When I left my home in London, England to marry an American farmer, I didn't realize how much my life would change. While I was pregnant with our first child, I'd set up home as a prairie wife. And then my miracle occurred. One morning after my husband left for work, a sensation of utter loneliness swept over me as I thought of London and all the loved ones I'd left behind. I looked out the window and the sky was grey, but I thought that if I took a short walk across the prairie road, it might chase some of the blues away. I was lost in my thoughts of England until I turned around and realized I'd gone farther than I intended. I felt a comfortable breeze as I started for home. Suddenly, the breeze became a swirling mass of dust. I closed my eyes as sharp particles attacked my eyes, nose and throat without mercy. The wind enveloped me like a straitjacket, and my heart pounded as heavily as a hammer. In a state of deep exhaustion, I fell to the ground. Blinded from the storm, I could see nothing but death ahead. "Oh God," I prayed in my heart, without the strength to utter a sound. "I've never believed in you as I ought to, but please save my baby and me for my dear husband." At that moment, a tiny light appeared in the distance. On my hands and knees, while the cruel wind maintained its same pace, sheer will impelled me to follow the glimmer. The light became bigger and bigger, and although my body fought for every movement and every breath, I was encouraged to carry on. An eternity passed before I fell against a door. A young man opened it and lifted me inside while the uninvited wind and dust swept in at the same time. Suddenly I began to go into labor. I panicked in fear. Luckily, the young man was a doctor on vacation with his father. He brought my lovely daughter into the world. After calming down, I remember saying, "It's a miracle. My baby and I could have died out there if I hadn't been following your light." "What light?" the man said. "The wires were down about 5 minutes after the storm began. We couldn't have had a light on." I knew then that I had been led by God's wondrous light. I'll always hold that blessed event close to my heart.